What's going on, everybody? Dustin with Jersey Shore Drainage Solutions, and today we're going to be installing another drainage system to help keep this awesome brand new garage from flooding. Now, as you can see up here in the front, this is where all the water goes, so we got to go ahead and divert this to the woods behind them. Now let's go ahead and take a look what we're doing here. All right, now we are going to be digging all of this area up. We're going to be installing a catch basin here, catch basin here, catch basin here, catch basin here, another catch basin at the corner, and over here we're going to install another catch basin because, as you can see, all of this concrete, everything flows back towards this house. And I'm going to be taking all this around to an evac line all the way towards the woods over there to a mini dry well. And then over here on the left side, we're going to be doing something similar. As you can see, all the concrete, everything is yard, everything grades to this corner. So we're going to install another catch basin here, come around, take it all the way back to the woods over there to another mini dry well. So let's get started. All right, and now I have the left side of the garage done. Still working on the right side over there. Got most of it dug up, but not all of it yet. And this is what it's going to look like. I already put my pipe in to make sure I was getting a good grade. But it's going to start over there with the catch basin and then come all the way down here to a little mini dry well with a catch basin as well. So that way we can all see the water going into the dry well. And then when it overflows or gets too much that way, it'll overflow here before ever backing up and coming out of the front. So just to give everyone an example, that's what it's going to look like there. And there'll be a catch basin right here in the corner. So that way all the water that comes off in this corner rolls down or roll in to the catch basin and go all the way over to the mini dry well behind the shed. And here we go. We have the right side completely dug out now. Got under the little piece of sidewalk there. Everything dug out, pitched the right way. Of course, I'll get the final grade when I put it all together. Everything is dug out to the mini dry well. Now time to pipe it all. And please always remember, the first thing you do when you're using catch basins is you want to make sure you drill relief holes into them. You do not want any standing water at all whatsoever to be able to sit in the pipe, because that will 100% breed mosquitoes. So drill the holes. And here we go. Once you install the catch basin, please make sure you have the filter cloth under it. Then you put the rock down, and then you put rock all the way around it, so that way the whole thing is like a little mini dry well. Sucks in the water goes down the side, builds up, comes out, and then goes down to the mini dry well. And here we go, doing the mini dry well. As you can see, got everything coming to here. Now with the mini dry well, you do the exact same thing as you would be doing with just the catch basins. You want to make sure you put filter cloth down first, then you put the rock in there. And people ask, why do I do it like this? For the simple fact of it makes the dry well last extremely longer than if I was to just dump a bunch of rock into the ground and cover it all up with dirt. If you do that, all the settlements, eventually when it rains and everything starts settling and the rocks shift, that the dirt particles and everything are going to end up eventually filling up all the voids in the rock, and then the water won't have anywhere to drain to, and then that negates the whole point of having a mini dry well. So put filter cloth down first, then rock. And after you filled it up enough, you got your desired height, then you make sure you burrito wrap it, just like you guys see me do with the downspouts. When I go to the pop-ups, you make sure you burrito wrap everything, so that way this whole mini dry well unit will last as long as it possibly can, because now you have protection against it getting screwed up. And as you can see right here, I have the whole system coming down. Pretty good downhill to level right there. It's almost extreme, but it's half the bubble. So that when all the water comes down from the other catch basin to come here, fills up the mini dry well then, so that way it can have an overflow. I put the catch basin, and then it can come up and overflow and go out here to the woods. And I made it a nice access point in case the first catch basin up in the front ever gets leaves, pine needles, dirt, or anything in it. That way you'll flush everything out to here, and you'll be able to clean it out and help make the dry well last even longer. And here we go. This is what it looks like. Everything is now completely piped up. We have it dead level to the 90 over here. Then when it hits the 90, we have more downhill to level over here. So that way everything is forced to shoot down this way. I keep it all the way downhill level until I get to my last section here, which I end up making it more extreme. So that way you get a better flow all the way to the dry well. And that this way, when the dry well is building up, before it would ever flow to the other catch basin in the front, instead it'll all build up and overflow this way into the woods. That's exactly how it's done. Now to backfill this side and show you how it works. And here we go. Left side's over there done. Here's the right side now. Got all the catch basins. As you can see, we are downhill to level. And I keep it level all the way basically to the corner there. Same over here. We have the catch basin over here to catch everything. And I have it downhill to level here, all the way to the corner. And make sure downhill to level here. So everything's gonna flow this way. That's gonna hit this corner. And everything from here, we got downhill to level. All the way down here, we go a little bit more downhill. Then I get sharper to have more of a flow, downhill to level. And at the end, I have it where it's a little bit more extreme, all the way to the catch basin. And just like before, you burrito wrap the dry well. Now, time to backfill all this and show you how it works. All right. And now that everything is done, we go ahead and test the left side first. Water goes in there in the catch basin, all the way down to here to this catch basin. As you can see, it already fills up the dry well. It's gonna build up and it's gonna overflow going on here to the woods. So we take the water from the front and reroute it to the back. And here we go. It all builds up, starts to overflow. And it obviously cannot go back because it's all burned up behind it. So it's just gonna keep building up and slowly leach going towards the woods. Yeah, the catch basin has holes drilled in it, so whatever doesn't leak out anymore is gonna drain right back into the ground. And that's exactly how it works. And this is the left side. Now to show everybody the right side. And here we go. And now we're going to do the right side. It's going to go from catch basin to catch basin. As you can see, it's already this one. It builds up. Everything is level until we get to that corner. And remember, there's holes drilled in the bottom of all the catch basins, so they're all kind of like mini dry wells themselves. So as the water is still trying to move, it's also trying to drain back into the ground. We go from that one, and we already see it automatically already going into this one. It's the same thing. Water's trying to build up and it's draining at the same time. And that way, when all the water is coming off this entire driveway, it'll go into the catch basins and go out instead of going into his nice brand new shed. And then this one builds up. And then we go on to the next one, which the leaves have already taken over. And immediately start draining into this one. And you can see that we got a nice flow. Everything builds up. There's that lip there again, which is why you have to drill holes, because otherwise water will be trapped and it will turn into a mosquito haven. And now you see, as soon as it builds up, it goes straight into the next one. We already got it going to this one now. Everything's flowing nicely. Builds up. And obviously this is just off the garden hose. When there's a lot more rain, this will be going a lot faster. Builds up. Builds up, goes out, and then it's going to come all the way around and go all the way down to the dry well and end up doing the same thing. It's going to build up in here and facilitate out. And here we go. All the water has made it now to the dry well. See, it's all going down. Ground is soaking it in. Because we have all the rock and we have the filter cloth. So it's just building and building and building. And we just wait for this to fill up. And when it fills up, it's going to overflow and go straight into the woods. As you can see, I have that nice, really downhill pitch, so that way we have a really good flow going on here. So it's going to get rid of that water as fast as it possibly can. Now just wait for it to build up. And here we go. This is what it's going to do. It's going to build up, overflow, and go straight out to the woods. Just like that. Another job well done by Jersey Shore Drainage Solutions. As always, like, share, comment, subscribe, and until the next one.